Hi, I'm Jenova Chen. I'm the co-founder of Thatgamecompany, and here we are at E3 to demo Journey, our third PlayStation Network title.
And what was your last game, Jenova?
We used to make Flow and Flower on the PlayStation Network.
And what was it different you wanted to try to do with this one?
So Journey, every game we do, we wanted to bring something fresh, something unique that feels different to the player. And Journey is a very special one because we wanted to do something unique between the players. We have looked out for a lot of online games that people play on console, over the internet. There's a lot of killing each other. There's a lot of killing things together. But there's very little thing that actually lets you to spend a good time with another player. So in Journey, we wanted to create a game where the players can actually spend good time together rather than constantly be distracted by, life-threatening.
There's no shooting in this game? Oh, what's going on?
So it's a traveling game, It's like you go out with a friend to a very beautiful exotic land. And you see the landscape, you see the beautiful scenery together. And sometimes there will be a puzzle. You have to figure out how to get through a certain natural barrier. There's also a living creature in the game. This little creature is kind of leading you the way. So, the fish kind of creature is guiding you.
Is that actually a human person? Or
The
is that...
human person is the other character who looks just like you.
Okay. Okay.
So the player is kind of like this character made of cloth. Their body is very light, and if they touch other cloth, they can gain some energy to do a little leap. So what happens when two players are together, they can touch each other to gain ability to fly in a short distance.
So you can actually play better with multiplayer then? Okay.
But also sometimes in a traditional co-op game, you get to connect to someone and you have to finish the quest together. But it turns out the other player is a griefer. If they just simply don't like to play with you, you will end up in a very bad situation. But for Journey, we give the player the freedom to walk away. It's not a traditional co-op game where you have to stay with the other player from the beginning to the end. You can walk away from the other player at any time. So let's say if he is playing this game and the other player likes to collect secrets and he's not willing to move on, you don't have to wait for him. You can just continue go down to the mountain. Because all the players eventually are journeying towards the mountain. They're heading to the same place.
But that's the goal, is to get to that mountain that's always in the distance there then?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's totally just an online game where you can play with other people, but there's no distraction from their name, from their text, from their chat. There's also no pressure from a game design where you have to move with the other player.
So we can't hear it here, but the sound is very interesting when we're sliding down the sand, and the rendering of the sand looks very pretty as well. I mean, that's almost like the way the grass worked in Flower, I guess. It's a very sophisticated graphics, right?
We are a very small team. We have 3 engineers, 2 artists, 3 designers. So every time we can only pick one thing to do it very well. So we can stand out against the fierce competition out there. We just do one thing that nobody else does.
And so sand is a very difficult thing to do, right?
It is. It took us over 2 years to get the feeling. Feel right.
Wow. So you guys are all physicists now?
Excuse me?
You guys are all physicists now?
Yeah, some of us.
Okay. Cool. So, we're sort of like in the middle of the game here, right? A few levels in, right?
Yes, this is actually a quite interesting turning point. So far, the journey in the demo has been very pleasant and bright and beautiful. But very soon, the player is going to see something that's kind of a little bit dark. And our demos kind of ended here as a cliffhanger.
Okay. It's a little surprise.
Yes, because the journey is a roller coaster. There's high and there's low, there's beautiful scene, there's also danger. You know, we want to make sure by the time you reach the mountain, you really feel like you've been through something that's, you know, serious, something that's satisfying.
So that was it. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sure.